Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network. Welcome back to It's Me Time podcast with Marie-Eve Mongrain. I am Marie-Eve Mongrain, by the way. It's me. And sometimes when I'm live on TikTok, the title I write is Live from the Event, because I am the event. I might be doing my exercise. I might be doing laundry or eating lunch. I am the event. So live at the event. So welcome back, everyone. If it's your first time, well, welcome for your first time. Welcome. I'm Marie-Eve. I'm a mindset self-love life coach. Also just a mom. I also am not just, first of all, we're not just moms, right? We have the world, the pressure of the whole entire planet on our shoulders with our kids. So I am a mother of 2 little girls. I've been widowed for the past 5 years. Now, as I'm discovering my own self-love, I'm falling in love. I'm chatting with someone. I'm having a lot of fun, opening my heart. And so I help people find their self-love again, because we all want something different in our life. A lot of people want something different because they don't like where they are. They don't love where they are at right now. Because if you're in a certain position in your life right now, at a certain place, you ask to be there. Your life right now is a dream manifestation of a past dream you had. So I don't know if you guys have already, I'm pretty sure I've already told you that, but if just a reminder, it's always great to be reminded. Apparently we need to be reminded 7 times before it sticks in our head. I don't believe that, but I'm still reminding you, all new folks here, that your dream life right now, you're living your dream life. But at the time in the past, you were not dreaming big enough because you were not in a safe space to believe your dreams could come true. And as you're getting more conscious, you're like, oh my God, I could have had better. But now you get to acknowledge and celebrate that everything you have right now is better than the past you had. And that, everything you're desiring is actually going to happen because everything you wanted in the past already has happened. And that for me was like mind-blowing for me. Anyway, so today so first of all, you can find me on Instagram and TikTok with the handle Mary Mongrain 90, MarieMongrain 90, and on my website marievmongrain.com. That's MarieEvemongrain.com. And so yes, it is French, and it's not Marie. My name is not Marie-Eve. It's Marie-Eve. You can even say it fancy like this. Marie-Eve. Mary-Eve. So it's 2 names. So it's included the name of Jesus' mother, Mary, in the French way, and of the first woman on the planet, if you follow the Bible, Eve. I am Jesus' mother and the first woman to be alive. I am the creation and the mother of the creation. How amazing is that? I gotta give myself the power here. So today I want to share with you last week how the universe is supporting me, right? Sometimes like I'm a single mother, and sometimes we make mistake and it's like I'm not supported. But the universe is like, what are you talking about? My inner being is like, what the heck? I'm right here. I'm taking care of a bunch of stuff for you, right? And so last week, I'd signed up my girls for after-school programs. So in my head, I was sure I'd sign them up for like dance class after school on Mondays. And then on Wednesdays, it was going to be yoga. Because the goal was to get them to take the bus less. Because I was like, if you're going to take the bus for an hour, I'm just going to go and pick you up before. Anyway, so in the end, what happened is for the bus that was taking so long to drop them at the home, I'm able to go and pick them up at the first stop. So I'm just 3 minutes away from here. I'm going to pick them up. But last week I was told like, oh, your girls are, actually I wanted to cancel the Monday gym dance class because they were busy. And I'm like, I will just cancel it. They're not interested. So I was able to cancel it. But then there was confusion with the secretary. Like it was weird. And I'm not complaining because actually everything worked out in the end. And a good thing it didn't work out right away because of that mistake, she needed to understand things. I was able to figure out like that I also made a mistake, right? So we were able to cancel the Monday. And then the next day she's like, so tonight, like we're canceling yoga for girls, like because I also signed up my girl for piano. One of them is doing piano after school. The other one is doing singing on recess. But I'm like, oh, Tuesday they have nothing, so I'll sign her up for piano. She really loves it. So, but then they're like, oh, so I see that Sophie signed up for piano, but also for yoga. So I might can sing yoga as well. I'm like, but yoga is on Wednesday. She's like, well, it's not. It's on Tuesday. I'm like, what are you talking about? I signed them up for Wednesday. Right. And so in the end, actually worked out because for the Tuesday night, while my daughter is doing piano, I was sending the other one to daycare because she didn't have any activities. But now, while our sister is doing piano, so tonight, the other sister is doing yoga. And we canceled the Monday. And that just happened that on the Wednesday, we don't have anything, so they get to be home. And so instead of having 3 nights of having activities, they only have 1 night. And I'm like, oh, that's better. Even for me, I don't want to go get them 3 nights a week at school. I'm enjoying that they're very close here. So 1 night is good for me. And they enjoy playing with their friends at home. So like that would have been way too much. So actually, it ended up being taken care of even better than I could imagine. So that's one thing in your life. If there's something you're like, oh, why is it so complicated? Why is it not working? Just know it's because it's working better. You're gonna be like, oh, I'm glad it happened that way. That was so much better than what I planned at first. Like for me, that changed. Like, and it showed me like, oh my God, I didn't have to like I had planned it the way it was done. And then I'm like, oh, I made a mistake. I didn't look for it. Right. And now like I've sent my girl they have swimming class every week during school, which is why I'm sending them the school I'm sending them, right? Like they have Spanish starting in October and they have swimming lessons every week. Like, this is amazing. Like every school should have a swimming lesson. Like they have a swimming pool in the school. It's a private primary school. And I'm like, yeah, to me, that's the lifestyle I'm wanting for my kids. And so I forgot to put her like they have like a little helmet, a little casque, little casque. I don't know, on their head, like the little silicone helmet. And I forgot last week. I'm like putting everything in there, and I forgot the helmet. And by at school, the teacher's like, "Oh, let's go look in the lost and found," and they found one, right? And then even this week, I thought I put everything in it. That's the one thing I forgot again. So a teacher was able to have one, and that just shows every time you think you're missing something, if you believe you're truly supported, the universe will always find a way to support you. So if you're missing your helmet, there's going to be a helmet that's going to be there for you. The other day I was bringing my kids to cheerleading, and at one point I'm like, oh wait, I wanted to, for me, because I gave my own elastic band to my daughter to do her hair as we were there. Like, oh, I'd like to have one. What do? Like, I look on the ground, there was one. Like I found one in my car too, but if I really, really needed one, there was one, like as I opened the door, like, oh, an elastic band right on the floor. If you're not disgusted, you're like, oh, thank you, universe, for this elastic band that you just provided for me. And it's just so much fun. So anyway, everything worked out. And every time I think I forgot something, there's always somebody who has that thing I really need then. And so for me, this is like super amazing to remove a lot of the stress in my life, right? Whatever you need, it's always available. The universe is so abundant. There's always something for you. And right? Sometimes like, well, if you forget your thing at school, you're going to be punished. No, that's not the belief we have. If you forget something, you're not going to be punished. You're going to be supported, right? You're at school, of course. Doesn't matter. You're alive. Of course, we're supporting you. Your inner being loves you so much. Of course, you're supported. You always have what you need. And so I can bring this now to talking about support. I know while like the past couple podcasts, I had chatted how on TikTok I had posted a video of my dirty toilet. I'm pretty sure I talked to you guys about that. And anyway, so I posted two weeks ago a video of my dirty toilet. Like I just cleaned, like there was a 3-day rim in there that I was cleaning live, but the bottom had lime scale. It's been there for a while. I don't even know, like, here's if it's green, if it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, let it like flush it down. It's kind of how we go at times, just because the flusher is super hard for the girls. But now, like, we're flushing more often just because they're getting older, right? But at the same time, I couldn't remove it. And I went on TikTok. I did a video like, I need your help, guys. I cannot. I've tried different things. It's not working. I need your support, right? That was super vulnerable to do, first of all, because here I'm showing my dirty toilet. Like, that's super stained. Like, it's like super gross. And I'm like, okay, now I don't know what to do about it. And so right as of today, as like over 1.1 million views. So over 1 million people have seen my dirty toilet. And I'm okay, right? That's something I'm aware of. And so there are so many people who were so nice, and they've been contributing. And I say, oh my God, what I'm gonna do is actually take those comments and make videos. Like, so if somebody says, oh, use vinegar or use Coca-Cola or use whatever, I use these things, right? And I did. And well, I'm gonna do it, do an update and show it like if it worked or not. And so in the end, I tried Coca-Cola, it didn't work. I tried acid citric, it didn't work. I tried vinegar, cleaning vinegar, soda and vinegar. And I was told, somebody's like, well, somebody has for sure didn't get their physics and chemistry right in high school. Like, you know that that soda and vinegar will just cancel each other out. Like, I don't care. I saw this hack online. I'm just trying it, right? So at this point, I'm not even like, not some people are like very criticizing, but like it was fun to try different things, right? And it was fun to get people with their input. And in the end, what actually worked, that my Twitter is now super white, is the pumice stone. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Pumice stone. It is not pubic stone. It is pumice. Pumice stone. In case my accent is saying something different. And a spoon. At the end, like I used a stone, like a pumice stone and a half, because I bought it twice. And by the way, the link is on Amazon. The link is on my bio and it's on Instagram and TikTok. So you can find it there. But so now what happened is, now it's over 1 million, right? My toilet has been cleaned for the past week. And I still have like over 50 comments a day. It's amazing. So now I'm saying, oh my God, people are still like commenting on this, like it's gone. I'm saying, oh my God, look at the amount of support I have, right? Evidence the brain. Doesn't matter if I need it or not. Look at the amount of love. Look at the amount of support I'm getting. And now also, because I did have some critique on there, like asking a question like, wow, how can someone let that happen in their life, right? I don't get it. It's so gross. There was a couple judgmental comments, and I've answered some of them. Some of them are like pissed off. I'm like, no, I asked for support, not for judgment. Like, you don't need to know. Like, it's none of your business how I got there. Now I want to get out of this situation. So instead of criticizing me or asking question, like, just please just give me your tip, right? So I'm learning to have my back and speak up for myself out of this. Like I'm using this as a self-growth tool, right? As well. Can I speak up? Do I always want to explain myself? How am I triggered out of these? Like, am I still triggered? I'm enjoying to go respond to people anyway. I can be triggered or not. Like, I'm okay with going to tell people to fuck off, or to just say thank you for your support, or to educate them, right? I said, well, there was a period of for me getting out of bed and brushing my teeth was just all I could handle in my day, right? And stop the rest of the day. So it doesn't matter how it got there. This is how it got there, right? But now the question is like, why is it important to know how it got there when all I want is just, how can I get it done now? I know how to clean a toilet, right? I know. Everybody knows what they should do to avoid having the toilet that dirty. Doesn't matter. Your mental health, most of us know. If I clean my toilet every day, just like, and I got people who are like, yeah, for me, start cleaning your toilet every day. Like, every day. Like, okay, I have other things I want to do in life, right? And now, so that was like, oh my God, look at the floor. That must be like, our house is so disgusting. And like, well, by the way, no, I wash my floor, not that often yet, but like, not that it's never clean. My counter is usually clean, and my like, I still have standards of living. But I mean, the wall behind my toilet has like dust bunnies, and it gets super gross. But again, it's the wall behind the toilet near the floor. So I'm like, if they judge me for what's behind my toilet, well, that's on them, not on me, right? As if we all have time to go and clean behind. I don't. Congratulations for those who do. Like, I'm not judging anyone, but I've been judged for it. And people are like, man, have some self-respect, right? Keep that away from like your gross toilet. I was watching TikTok as I was eating my dinner, and like, that was just disgusting. Now in my head, it's like, well, you should not be watching TikTok as you're eating dinner, because that means you're not spending time with your family, or right, you're not present with the people if you're doing that. But as I said, well, you have the power, right? I'm teaching people you have the power to change your life. First of all, I'm looking for support. Here you are coming and telling me that I make your life disgusting. Skip the freaking video. It's that simple. It's TikTok. You have the power. Skip the video. Ew, Twitter, skip. Like, people are giving me so much power to trigger them. They give me so much power to make them feel gross. But the truth is, they're already feeling gross within themselves. So what they see, what they blame me for, I'm not doing. And right, I told people, I said, you're shaming someone who's asking for help. Right? I got tools for self-love and self-confidence. I got the tools to handle. I know how to clean my toilet. I've got the money to do it. Somebody who's not as well equipped as I am, who's saying, okay, I want to get out of poverty. I want to get out of this freaking shitty situation. And they say, hey, you guys, I'm going to be honest here. This is how it's going right now. I need help. Here's what I've done. Here's what and people would say, how do you get it that way? But not everybody has a privilege to come from a privileged family. Not everybody has the money to have gone to learn how to do things, right? So what I'm enjoying is that this 1 million view of a toilet for me, that I have my own validation. I know where I come from. I know where I'm going. I know where I am asking for help was a really huge success for me. And now my toilet is white. So like, even if it's been a week, people are commenting on it. I'm like, they can hate me. I know my toilet is clean right now. Anyway, I know what I've gone through, and I know the priorities I've gone through. And so they can come at me. It does not matter. I validate myself. That's all that matters. I was just looking for an extra solution because I was lacking ideas there. But the support was amazing. And even now, there are people who are so supportive, like talking to the haters, saying, what the heck? Why are you coming here? She's asking for support. Like, she's not asking to be judged, right? Why are you coming here for that, right? Why are you coming and criticizing her? And I'm not used to having people taking my side and defending me. So like actually seeing it in action, and sometimes I'm like, oh, like they're treating themselves, weird words, and just like, I'm uncomfortable about that. But I'm like, you know what? Free expression, people have the freedom. If there's something that I need to address and it's going too far, I will stop it. But now, like, yeah, Karma, I'm letting people's energy. Sorry, just letting people say what they say. I think the people who are supporting me, and even those who don't, sorry, I say thank you. I have the hiccups again. Like, thank you for taking the time to look at my video. Because if they're matched to my energy, they're matched to the healing, right? Doesn't matter. And to give them love, because if they're hating on me, they're hating on themselves. They have not gone to that point. Great. But they are hating on themselves. And I know we can only love other people as deep as we love ourselves. So if they have not met themselves yet at a very vulnerable place, they can't support me. They of course they won't be able to. They have not discovered that part of themselves. So all I can do is love them for where they are at in their journey, right? And celebrate them. Like, please keep going. Still be happy with where you are at. Be grateful that you don't know what it takes to get to that point, right? Because the day that you go through what I went through, you tell me how that goes. Like, I don't even wish it on them. But yeah. So, oh yeah. And talking about, loving oneself. Just this morning, I was taking my shower and I had a breakthrough. And it was like, I'm teaching people, like, I'm teaching me what my house looks like. Doesn't matter. My worth is still intact, right? I'm still whole. How much money I make, my worth is not worth on how much money I make. I'm worthy no matter what of my dreams. Doesn't matter. And then this morning was like, oh, good. About the looks, about how we look. For a long time, I thought I was ugly. And in doing my self-love work, my inner journey, I'm now loving myself more and more and more. And I'm like, man, even as I'm doing this podcast, I'm looking on the screen. I'm like, damn, girl, you look hot. And every time I'm on TikTok, I'm doing exercise. Like every morning I do Just Dance at around 8:30. If you want, you can join me. I'm doing Just Dance and sharing with you my playlist. And I'm doing all the dance moves, getting in shape. just like having like strength in my body and just having fun. So please feel free to come and meet me every morning. But then it's like I'm loving how I love who I am as a person. My values and all of this, I love that. My laugh, what makes me funny, all the creation, the creative side I have. Like I love me fully, but I hated myself for how I looked for a long time. But now I'm like, but you know what? Like if I only love myself when I'm pretty, then I cannot love people who think they're ugly. Like there are people who are out of the like norm. Like people who can say, oh my God, look at this person, it's ugly. And I was like, but doesn't change their worth, right? Doesn't remove their worth. Having a clean toilet or not does not remove your worth. Having a clean house or not, being what's considered super pretty to others or not, does not define who you are as your worth, right? And in the end, once you go with self-love, it doesn't matter if other people find you ugly or not, as long as you find yourself pretty. You're the one whose love matters the most. And so if somebody comes and tell you, oh my God, you're so ugly, I'll be like, that's your opinion. I choose that I'm pretty. Like my opinion of me is way more important than yours. So by going like this morning, like, but it doesn't matter if I was pretty or ugly. First of all, I was pretty the entire time. It's just a matter of me choosing that I'm pretty, regardless of what other people think. Now, if I think I'm pretty, I'm attracting people who think I'm pretty as well. So there's a lot of validation, but the validation came after I validated myself, right? All the validation you're getting on the outside of you is just a mirror of the validation you give yourself. But now you got to believe it for you as well, not just from the outside. But it was just like, man, by saying that whatever I look like does not matter, it is still nice. I choose, right? We have a choice. I do prefer to look good, but the more I love myself, the better I look. And the better I take care of me, and the better I love myself for all of the little things that I didn't love myself before. Things change. I used to have really big lines under my eyes. And I used to wear glasses, blah, blah. I used to have a lot of acne, and I don't do any treatment or anything special. But I'm like, oh, this is normal. And I started loving the parts of me that I didn't love. And that actually changed everything on its own. Everything changes, and the vision, like the lenses I'm seeing myself, is different. But so I get harder and harder. For me, I have to believe that the older you get, the prettier we get. So I'm only getting harder and harder. It's fantastic. But it was just for me to be able to support those who don't find themselves pretty. But I gotta love myself without the look. And it's funny because one of the guys that I talked to, I was like, because it's been a pattern, like why he's not sending me a picture of him. Like I want a picture. I've been talking for this guy for like 9 months, and I've seen a couple of pictures of his profile, but like the first picture, actually I'm the one who rejected the guy. Like, you're not my type. You're not my type. So and then after that, like change picture, I'm like, oh wait, maybe you are my type. Like I didn't give that guy a chance to meet him in person because I didn't want to break his heart or anything. But then later on, it's like, oh wait. And every time I do some inner work, new picture shows up. I'm like, oh. And the more it changes, the more I see of him. And I'm like, it's interesting. I find it very interesting. And so this morning, I saw a new picture. I'm like, oh shit, this guy is super hot. Like, and he keeps telling me, like, good, he knows it's hot. But I'm like, yeah, it's a good thing that I didn't see it before, because I would have been too intimidated to show you my real self of who I am. Even like this morning, I was like, yeah, a little intimidated right now. But it's okay. Like, there's a part of me that's like, my God, this guy still talks to me daily, right? He's the guy I'm talking to every single day. And there's a part of me that's too good to be true. And my other part's like, shut up, right? If it's your dream man, you are worthy and deserving of it. So anyway, so I'm just enjoying, because even if you ask someone, please give me that. I did ask him, I'd like to have a picture. Still didn't show up yet. But now there's a picture. But if you ask your partner, your boss, for something, yeah, I'm talking about you. But if you ask someone for something, if you haven't unlocked it inside, you cannot get it, because it's not them. They're just a reflection of you and what you believe in yourself, right? So I was like, ooh, I'm unlocking things about me, right? I'm using all the relationship, all the people I'm talking to, I'm using it for how can I love myself deeper, more deeper, in a different way. And so that was super good. And I'm enjoying this. I'm getting more safe within myself. And so now I start again my dance lesson. Like in May, for those who were there since the beginning, since January. But I started in May some seduction dance classes. And so we did May, June, and then we did a session in July, and now we started last week. And I changed my night because now, instead of just doing lowering who I am, it's kind of what it is, but at the same time, I'm new to this kind of dance and just getting new move. That I'm in beginner, intermediate, or advanced class doesn't matter, because in the end, they're all new to me. I'm enjoying the new choreography that I'm learning in the 3 different ones. So I'm not even going for the skill wise, I'm going for the dance and getting new moves for myself. And so now it's better. Like, I thought it was from 6:30 till 9:30, because on Tuesday night, usually it's like you got beginner from 6:30 till 7:30, then 7:30 till 8:30, and then 8:30 till 9:30. And on Thursday, I get there at 6:30, and they already started like half an hour. I'm like, wait, am I late? Like, yeah, we start at 6 because the advanced class on Thursday is an hour and a half or instead of an hour. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to check if I can do that with my babysitter, right? And I'm creating my reality, so of course I can. Of course I can. And so in the end, I have to pay her this week. And so anyway, so last week when I did it, first class, because I was debating skipping the beginner class in the end. Like, I'll just use my babysitter for 2 classes instead. But the schedule actually works out better because I finish at the same time, but I get an extra half an hour. And instead of just doing like the regular one, now I want to be part of the troupe, which is like the dance, like they're more advanced, but there are some of the teachers are in that group as well. And I'm like, I know I can be in that level, right? Why would I be shy away from this, being part of that more? It's not elite, like they don't do competition, but like, yes, I can do beginner, but I'm more than beginner. I've got more coordination than that, right? And I didn't notice this summer as I took the beginner class, I'm like, ooh, I am belonging to the more advanced class. Like, it's not that I don't like, it was still good for me because I get 3 hours of dances and just for the physicality, like for the physics of it. But other than that, it's just I enjoy it. And but in this one, the beginner class, what we're doing, I have a chair. I mean, in these classes, we learn to be seductive, but we have the mirrors and we look at ourselves and we just seduce ourselves, right? The goal is to feel comfortable in our body. And then, our men, they get to enjoy that as I like practice, or, I want to do a show for my man at one point. I know what to do. Like, it's not just like, okay, then just pretend I know what I'm doing now. I've got choreography I can use, which is exciting for me. I'm like, I'm excited for that one day. But anyway, so the first one, this time in the beginner class, we have a chair, but we are partnered with a lady. And she's like, okay, so now as you do your movement, you're going to look into each other's eyes. I'm like, okay, like intimacy. I'm doing it, seduction, like we're seducing. But I say, you know what? This is learning to be okay. It's just like, it's just dancing, right? And it's a character. It's so it was okay. And actually, by being in this character of who I am, like of who I was able to help the girl, and like she was helping me, and it was really fun. Like, we get to build each other together, so that when we out, we can, be empowered in who we are on the outside of that class. So that's how I see it. And then one of them, we have a hat. Woo! And it's just so much fun. And we're still practicing for our show. Like, all of these are going to be in the show in June next year. So I do enjoy being on stage. I really love being on stage. But all of this dancing is healing, right? I'm doing just dance every morning. That's healing. I'm doing the somatic stretches. That's healing. But it's healing because I'm doing things that are fun and are to my highest excitement. And for me, dancing every morning is what gets me out of bed. I get out of bed at 6:30, get my girls ready, go on the bus. Then I do a live and eat breakfast. And I'm there for an hour doing just dance, maybe sometimes 2 hours. But as much as I want to go back to bed, I said, oh, when the girls are in the bus, I'll just go back to bed. No, just dance is on. And I'm like, yeah, I don't want to go eat. I don't want to go do anything else. I just want to keep dancing. So once you find what burns your fire, what starts your passion, like what ignites your fire, you don't want to go back to bed. You're like, yeah, no, I want more. I had to stop one day because I was hungry. I'm like, I don't want to go eat. I want to keep dancing. But once you find what's so good about like that makes you want to be alive, then it's easy to get out of bed and do things, right? And so it's very healing to be able to allow my inner child to just express herself, and just not just me, my inner teenager, my inner adult, my inner self, right? And so yeah, it's already been half an hour, you guys. And so this is it for today. And I will talk to you next time. Don't forget to leave me comments. My email is maryeve@maryevmongrain.com. Go on my website at maryevmongrain.com. TikTok, I'm here every morning. Hello there. And I'm still there when I do my podcast. That's the only way you can have it live. So on this, I wish you all an amazing day, and I'll talk to you soon. Ciao. Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
Mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house. And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned. This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.